People are pretty much the same everywhere you go around the world, and that's what kind of surprised me. Even though people spoke a different language and had a totally different type of culture, some of the same things that were important in the United States were important there.
It's definitely something you want to step out and take the chance to do, because it'll be definitely worth your wow and worth the experience. And again, you'll never be the same.
It was actually fun, so it didn't seem educational. It wasn't a classroom, so there's a lot more education that happened just in our free time. It put it in a more fun way than a classroom, so it didn't really seem as educational as it was. But I learned more on that trip than I would ever learn in a classroom.
It's so beautiful, and the history, I just love seeing so much, tradition and people passionate about that, their culture and their history.
It opened my mind. The world is not as small as I thought it was. People across the world, I guess, have their own cultures and experience, and that was a culture shock, but it was a great experience.
It's like a 24-hour classroom. Even when you're not in class and you're out shopping or buying food, they're not speaking English.
I really wanted to be exposed to something other than what, like our culture. Wanting to see how people over there live and what their everyday is.
One of my favorite surprises was the interaction of the people, how welcoming they were and helpful. And even though there was a language difference, they tried, to speak English, so we met, in the middle.
We studied Spanish, and what better way to learn Spanish than being in Spain? I learned more in 3 weeks than I did in 3 semesters.
I think Ireland, probably the best part of it's just the way of life. I kind of went over there with an open mind. I wasn't expecting to go from point A to point B. I just wanted to enjoy while I was over there. Whatever may come, just kind of happened.
Then we try to mix it up between that and like videos and music and actually going places and meeting people and seeing places and having that interaction. And that's probably the best way to learn, really experience the culture.
When we got to Athens, I was floored by the fact that in the city part of it, there's no greenery. And in Tolo, it was such a perfect small place.
It gave me bigger perspective of the world, like actually going somewhere outside of the United States where hardly anyone speaks English.
And they were so hospitable towards us. And I mean, they were just as curious about, our culture, and I got to connect with these people, these new friends that we've made.
You are going to change. Something about you is going to change, and because you grow as a person, because you have to change in order to really understand what's going on. You have to be able to accept certain things, accept that people are different, and accept that the world is different than what you might think. It's a big world, and you've got to go see it.